Hello everyone and welcome back to another Party Animals tips and tricks video, and today we're explaining the new card game Bluffalo Club. The aim of this game mode is to try and bluff and deceive your opponents while trying to get rid of all of the cards from your hand, and use item cards to try and manipulate the game in your favour. You win the game by being the last person alive. This game is a mixture between Liar's Bar and Buckshot Roulette, and I've played a lot of Buckshot, so I have a good idea on how these kind of games work, and I've already got experience playing this game mode as I was a beta tester for it. You can play Bluffalo Club by going into a custom game, selecting Winter's Cabin, then arriving at one of the tables and selecting Bluffalo Club. This is a multiplayer game only and can be played with 2 to 4 players. The game is focused around a deck of cards. The deck is comprised of 20 different cards with 4 different card types: 6 blue square cards, 6 yellow circle cards, 6 red triangle cards, and 2 special rainbow star cards. Star cards are the cards that could be substituted as any of the other 3 shapes. Everyone starts the game with 2 health tokens and 3 item cards. We'll talk about the item cards a little later. At the beginning of each round, every player is dealt 5 new shape cards and a new target card will be declared, which you can view in the top left of the screen during the round. The aim of each round is to play all of the cards from your hand. Now, of course, your hand isn't going to be fully filled with the chosen target card, so you'll have to lie and bluff to play other cards. Each card that is played on the table will be declared as this card type, and you can play up to 3 cards per turn. Once it's your turn, you have 2 different options to end your turn with. You can believe the person who played just before you and play your own shape cards, which will then move on to the next player, or call the previous player a liar and challenge them. Calling someone a liar will automatically reveal the cards they placed on the table that round and will determine who plays Russian roulette. If the player you challenged told the truth and played the target card, you play Russian roulette. Otherwise, if they told you a lie, they will have to take the gun and play Russian roulette themselves. The gun starts with 6 bullets in the chamber, with half the bullets being live rounds and the other half being empty. If the shell shot is live, whoever was shot loses a life token and the next round begins. If at any point the gun has only blank bullets inside, the gun will reset and will have 6 brand new bullets in it. You can view how many total bullets are left in the gun on the top left of the screen, but you won't know how many are live and how many are blank. So it's incredibly important in this game to keep track of each bullet that has been shot or discarded to remember how many of each bullet has been used. If you choose to ignore and play your own cards, the next player can either choose to play their own shape cards or call you a liar. If you remove all 5 cards and there is only 1 person left in that game, they are unable to play any cards themselves and they must challenge you. If you're in this situation, you need to save at least 1 target card to play last. Also, something else to keep in mind is that if you get challenged, all cards on the table have to be what the declared card is. So no mixing and matching other cards with the declared card, that just doesn't work. But remember, you can use the rainbow star cards to go along with your target cards. Let's move on to item cards now! When it's your turn, you can choose to use what's known as item cards. Everyone gets dealt 3 item cards at the beginning of the game, and 1 new item card each round if they have an open slot. So, if you have a bunch of item cards that you don't like, don't forget to use them to remove them from your hand so you can find new ones. The types of power-ups there are as follows. The check card allows you to check what current bullet is in the chamber. The switch card allows you to switch the current bullet, either converting a live round into an empty round or an empty into a live round. The steal card allows you to steal another player's item card, but keep in mind you can't just steal another steal card. The eject card ejects the current bullet from the chamber and shows you what it was. The peek card allows you to look at 2 random cards in another player's hand. The double damage card makes the next shot do double damage, but if the next shot is a blank, it won't do any extra damage, it will still do 0. The double shot makes the gun shoot 2 bullets instead of 1, and the reverse card changes the order of play. You can see the order of play by looking at the table. Use these item cards to protect yourself, attack other players, or bluff your way to victory. However, use them wisely as you only get 1 item card per round if you have any space. Keep in mind that cards that buff up the gun in any way will show at the top left and will only be active for 1 turn. So if you think that your opponent is lying, you can use item cards to protect yourself if you have a bad hand by removing live bullets or converting them into blanks, or you can play on the aggressive side and attack other players. I'm going to take you guys through 1 round of a game I played on stream to show you my thought process and to help you guys understand the game a little bit better. So, up to this point in this game already, you can see 2 bullets have been shot, and these were both live. That means the bullets left in the chamber are 1 live and 3 blanks. The declared card is a red triangle card, and I get a very good starting hand with 3 playable target cards and 2 bad cards. For my item cards, I have 2 reverse bullet cards and 1 double shot card. I'm in a strong position here, so I feel quite confident to play aggressively. The person before me checked the bullet and then only played one card. This is quite a passive play for someone that knows what the bullet is in the chamber. It might be a live bullet and they're too afraid to play anything more than a singular card to not draw attention to themselves, or it could be a blank, but they notice that I have 2 reverse bullet cards on my side of the table and they don't want to be shot. In this situation, I don't want to challenge them. When people play one card early game, it's usually throwing away one bad card, and because I know that they know what the bullet type is, it is assumed that it's a live bullet and they're just playing it safe. And I also wanted to stick with this great hand I have. Since the bullets in the chamber are 1 live and 3 blank, there is a 75% chance that the next person that takes a shot will be safe. With this logic, I could challenge them and have a 75% chance of being safe, but it's not worth it to do a play to make myself safe when my hand has incredible cards. I decided to use my reverse bullet card. I have a 75% chance of changing a blank bullet into a live bullet. And since I have a great hand, I want to try and get that shot on other people instead. If I had a bad hand here, I probably wouldn't swap the bullet to put myself at risk. I then decided to play all 3 of my good cards this round instead of throwing away the 2 circles to keep me safe from the bullet I swapped, as I assume that the bullet is currently live. Throwing 3 cards away at the beginning of the round is a very risky move. Most of the time, people throwing 3 out are just trying to clean out their hand to remove all the bad cards, and this is usually easily challenged. It is now the next player's turn. They open up with a double shot card. This usually indicates that they're either going to play a lot of good target cards and would hope that the person next challenges them, or they are convinced that the person before them is lying and they want to punish them with 2 shots. Of course, we don't know what cards that they have in their hand, but they challenged me. I think they thought I was trying to get rid of the bad cards from my hand. They might have not realized that I changed the bullet to benefit me and forgot that the person who played before me knows what the bullet is. They decided to challenge me because they thought playing 3 cards was incredibly fishy and potentially thought that I swapped the last live bullet into a blank bullet and had just threw bad cards from my hand. At this point, we can assume that they had multiple red cards in their hand and made a guess that I was lying with my hand. Remember that there are only 6 of each shape card and only 2 star cards, so it's a very low chance that I play the correct 3 cards if he also has multiple correct target cards in his hand. If he had multiple red triangle cards in his hand, it would be very unlikely for me to have 3 too, and then there would be only 2 other correct cards between the final 2 players. The table reveals that he was in fact incorrect and I played the 3 target cards, so he then has to shoot himself twice, because remember he used a double shot card at the beginning of the round. We then find out that the bullet I swapped in the chamber was now live and that player gets eliminated from the game as he only has 1 HP token left. With these kind of games, it's all about mind games. You have to always switch up your playstyle, so sometimes you throw away a lot of bad cards at the beginning of a round, and then sometimes you throw 1 instead. You can save all of your correct target cards to both 3 at once, or you can slowly move along and play 1 at a time. The aim of the game is to be unpredictable, so it's really hard for your opponents to guess your next move. And that's everything you need to know about Party Animals Bluffalo Club. I also have other tips and tricks videos for party animals on my channel, and it would mean a lot if you enjoyed the content. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye!